You know you're dating a narcissist when they have two personalities. Okay, bye guys. Nice having you over. We had so much fun. I can't wait to see you again. Right? They have the personality that you see behind closed doors, and they're somebody completely different when they're with other people. And you love the person that they can be with other people, when other people are present. But when they get home, it's like they take off that personality as if it was a coat. They hang it up and you never get to see it because it's for other people. Number 2, you know you're with a narcissist when they never allow you to feel secure in the relationship. I know some people that say, does every narcissist cheat? No, not every narcissist cheats, but every narcissist will never let their significant other feel secure in the relationship. So if they're not cheating, they're doing things to erode your self-confidence. Maybe when you're in public, they ignore you, or they give a lot of attention to the opposite sex. Or sometimes their demeanor will just make you feel like they can't stand standing next to you. Like there's something wrong with you, like that they have to stand next to you, and you're feeling insecure. Whatever the reason or whatever the way, it's not always about cheating, but it is always about making their significant other feel insecure. Another person's insecurity fuels the narcissist's security. I often say that narcissists are like emotional regulators, because when you're super secure, it makes them feel insecure. So they knock you down a few notches and they're back to a position that they like. Number 3, you know you're with a narcissist if no matter what happens, no matter what they do, they never own any mistake they make. In fact, no matter what happens, they can flip it and spin it and turn it around so that it's always somehow your fault. If they knock something over and break something expensive, it's because you put it there, or you were standing too close to them, or you made them nervous. Somehow, no matter what they do, it's always your fault. Number 4, you know you're with a narcissist when you can have all the evidence in the world of a point, like spelled out so clearly that anyone and everyone else would get it, and they refuse to allow you to prove them wrong. So let's say you're looking at a wall and you're like, oh, that's a pretty shade of white. And they're like, what do you mean white? That's black. And you know that it's white, and you bring up other white items and you're like, look, I mean, it's all the same color. Can't you tell that this is white? And they will continue so confidently saying that that is not white, that that is a shade of black, and there must be something wrong with our vision to not be able to see it. Sometimes they'll ask a flying monkey who's walking by, hey, isn't that black? And the flying monkey just wants to make the narcissist happy, like, oh yeah, whatever. They're just agreeing to agree. And now that has strengthened the narcissist's reality that that is black. And you know what happens? The victim, or the person that's standing there with the narcissist, actually begins to doubt themselves and think, well, maybe it isn't white. Maybe it is black. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision. Maybe I need glasses. Maybe there's something wrong with my brain. I don't know. It must be me. Narcissists are notorious for taking all the evidence in the world and speaking with such confidence that they can spin it so that people actually, if they don't fully believe it, they will actually start doubting themselves and their own reality. Number 5, you know you're with a narcissist when they never have empathy. And I know we talk about that a lot. They never have empathy. But I'm talking about now in moments when even your worst enemy would have empathy. Let's say you just found out you had cancer. You needed an operation. Or a loved one, a parent, a child died. At those moments, narcissists can be so callous and so cruel and so unempathetic that it's emotionally shocking to go through. Number 6, you know you're with a narcissist when you're having a conversation and they don't listen to what you say. Narcissists never listen. They pause. So they'll give their viewpoint, and when they stop talking, you give your viewpoint because they've paused, right? So that's your time to share your perspective. Everyone has a perspective, and that's how relationships work, is understanding each other's perspectives. Rather than hearing your perspective, they stay paused, they wait for you to stop, and they proceed the conversation as if you never said a word. It's like they didn't hear a word you said. Number 7, you know you're with a narcissist when they can never give sincere compliments. If the narcissist has you hooked and you've been in the relationship for a long time so that the love bombing stage is over, you don't hear compliments anymore. The only time you ever hear a compliment, it's never sincere. It's because you've asked, do I look nice? And the compliment usually comes with a forced, yeah, whatever, I guess, I don't know. It's never sincere. And what happens is, and this is the sad part, when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, is you begin to lower your standard. And you're like, well, maybe he or she just isn't that type of person. Maybe they're not very, maybe they don't know how to word things. Maybe they don't know how to give compliments. It's just not their personality. So now you don't even look for it. And it's at the moment that you stop looking for it that they begin to show that they have it, that they know how to make amazing compliments and in poetic language. The problem is that the compliments are not for you. Therefore, the woman standing next to you or the man standing next to you, they're never for you. So this again erodes your self-confidence and your self-esteem because you think that it must be you. This person is fully capable of complimenting, but it's not for you. And that just feeds that cycle. Well, why? So because they never want you to feel secure, and all those things just keep tumbling down like they're in a dryer, and you're just spinning and spinning until you lose yourself. So if any of that sounds familiar, you might want to start looking at what a healthy relationship looks like so you can break out of the toxicity.